I fell in love with my best friend's girlfriend. He, and she are the condition of the puzzle, in which an error was initially creeping in. And what to do if he is not just a guy, but a best friend with whom you have gone through a lot in your life. And she, hi, I'm Alice, the girl introduced herself and held out her hand. I got a little shaken up, literally. Oh, sorry, she smiled guiltily and rubbed her palm on her jeans. It's the sweater, I've been electrocuting everybody all day today. It's nice to finally meet you, I told her. Andrew told me a lot about you. I hope he didn't tell me more than he should have, I said with a slight tilt of my head, a playful half smile. I imagined her quite different, high, long-legged, with plump lips. This was a type of Andrew. But Alice suddenly turned out to be completely unlike all of my friends' former girlfriends. A minimum of makeup, inquisitive look, short hair and charming smile. Imagine a gloomy autumn day and those rare, and therefore even more valuable moments, when the sun suddenly peeks out from behind the clouds, illuminating everything around with honeyed light. That was what her smile was like. The year Andrew began dating Alice, together we organized a small business. We found people who needed to issue papers for travel abroad, and helped with this. I translated documents, and Druka ran through embassies, dealing with visas and other things. The girls spent a lot of time in our makeshift office, a tiny rented apartment in the premises of an apartment building. It so happened that we were together almost every day. Before I knew it, I had fallen in love with my best friend's girlfriend. The feeling that flared up for Alice irritated and made me angry, but it was impossible for me to forget about her. Often, when I came home, I went to her page on social networking site again, and I greedily looked at the pictures. Well, what was so unusual about this girl? I still could not answer this question. A couple of months later I met Katya. She was drawing up documents for departure to Germany, where she was going to go to university. Every day she took a moment to run into the office and see how things were going. She's obviously in love with you, Alice snorted once, watching Katerina hanging around. Ask her out already, or something. And I did more despite my lover. We dated Catherine for almost 6 months, and then she left for Paderborn. That same year, unable to endure any more mental anguish, I left everything and went to travel. I had enough money saved to see the world. Will you write me letters? Alice asked me before I left. No one has ever written me a letter by hand. I would, I promised. My route would take me through Europe. I planned to spend a week or 2 in different capitals, starting with Bucharest. In each city, I would buy a postcard, write a short message, and send it to Alice. In fact, I wrote 10-page letters, but never sent them, adhering to a formula that he himself had devised so as not to make a fool of himself. My letter should always be 3 lines shorter than hers. The news of Alice's breakup with Andre caught me in Germany. Let's not pretend it's a surprise, she told me over Skype with a sad smile. In recent months we were always fighting, and in general, I'm sorry, I lied. Well, let's not talk about sad things. Tell me about Germany. Do you like it? By the way, if I'm not mistaken, Katya studies there. Have you seen her? Yes, I said. We are together again. We're doing well. It was a lie. With Katerina we met only once, drank coffee in a cafe, and parted, wishing each other good luck. I see, the girl cut off dryly, and suddenly announced, I remember, I have a meeting here. Bye. Since then, 2 weeks had passed, and from her no call, not a line. And then it occurred to me, I just lied about Katya, to see how to react Alice. And she reacted. On my last night in Munich I gave up my ticket to Prague, and bought a flight to Moscow. Now Alice and I were no longer standing between me and Andre's friendship. There was confidence that my friend would understand me, because I had not violated the code of honor. The only thing left to do was to find out if I was wrong about my beloved's feelings. Hello, I smiled stupidly, when Alice opened the door. Max? She rounded her eyes. What are you doing here? I wanted to answer, but did not have time to. Alice threw herself at my neck. And then, as the first time, I was again struck by an electric shock. Sorry, it's a sweater. No, I whispered, burrowing into her hair. The sweater had nothing to do with it.